Memecoin season is back. Welcome everybody. A long time no see. It's been a while. It's been over about 4 days, depending on the time and the day that you're watching this. But good morning, since last time we've actually went ahead and went live. Let me go ahead and check if we are officially live. Looks like we are. Okay, we need this thing to load. Okay, it looks like we are officially live. Let's go ahead and see who joins me today. And we're going to go ahead and do some quick little TA. It's been a while since I've done TA, I'm not going to lie. Been super busy these last couple days with the new job that I have now. But also the fact that I was still working 2 jobs. So that's been very hectic these last couple days. Very little sleep. I'm sure a lot of you could understand. And the market hasn't really been doing anything either, so there's kind of no reason to really be too active, just due to the fact that the markets haven't really done much. I have been dabbling a little bit with Solana meme tokens. You know how I feel about Solana memes. Let's see who freaking joins me today. But we are now officially live, so let's go ahead and see who we get going here. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this with the community. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day, by the way. I want to make sure I send it to the right group chat. Alrighty. So go ahead and do me a huge favor by smashing that like button, and as well, happy Friday. By the way, feel free to go ahead and use my link down below in the description. Blofin giving all the way up to $5,000 in sign-up bonuses and no KYC. Right now, with the kind of volatility we are seeing in the market, I didn't even realize Bitcoin's at 68,000. That's freaking insane. So we're going to go ahead and look into the charts together. Welcome everybody that is tuning in. I didn't see the comments. I apologize. Thank you, Ryan, for being here, man. Good morning. Thank you, Happy. Let's freaking go. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and talk about Lego. Dab, how's it going, man? Hope all of you are doing well. Dab did come out with the project himself too, guys, by the way. It's been doing pretty well. Anonymous is the token, which we'll go ahead and talk about. Where is it at? I have it somewhere in here. I guess I don't. Guess I don't have it. Have it on my phone. I know he sent us a video, so that's probably where it's at. There you go. So shout out to Dabmaster. He's been working really hard with this token. It's been doing pretty good, man, and I do expect a lot of good things to come in the near future. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that, but let me go ahead and save this to my watch list, so that way you guys can go ahead and see how well Anonymous has actually been performing. They have some really good content. As you see, we are seeing a reversal, and as I mentioned, this is Dabmaster's project. You know, a long-term supporter since the beginning when I started the other channel, so go ahead and show him some love. It's done very, very well. I think it almost hit about 500,000, a little bit. I think it might have been over 800,000, or they might have hit the 1 million market cap. I'm not too sure, but we are seeing that massive candle, which I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't want to see, because I told Dab, I was like, dude, I have a feeling your token's gonna do very well. Like on the technical side, like charts, like on the TA side, it looks very bullish. And today we got that giant green candlestick, and it looks like it's about to break out, guys. So not trying to, you know, hype you up or anything, and not financial advice, but I think this thing's gonna break out, man. And I know Dab is working on a lot of things behind the scenes, so go ahead and check out his project Anonymous on Solana. Let me go ahead and share the contract address with all of you. See if I can go ahead and join. Did anybody grab S-Boy earlier? No. What is S-Boy? We're going to go ahead and look into S-Boy right now. Soulja Boy. No, I didn't, man. I haven't been dabbling too much on the Solana memes right now. The one that kind of has me screwed is the Jenner token, and it's down at 5.50 million. So I'm probably down over 50% of my position. I was up at one point. I was up a little bit over 80%, and I decided to still hold on to it. And this whole entire thing with Jenner just has been a little bit off. I mean, she started promoting another another token on ETH, which caused the market to dump even more. Then she was promoting, prior to that, she was promoting an ad for Jenner, or not Jenner's, dude. Jenner's. Freaking dog, and it was a rug pull. So there just has been a lot of FUD with Jenner, man. I mean, look at my freaking portfolio right now. I mean, Jenner's at 62% down, bro. Like, I didn't even realize it was this bad. As compared to Crody, I'm only down 49%. So yeah, dude, I'm still holding on to these because I do think, as I mentioned, I could have made about like a 69% on Jenner. And I was like, it's going to go ahead and break out and go higher. And it was supposed to on the technical side, man. And then that reminder in the back of my head reminds me that freaking Solana's full of shit most of the time. Realistically, Solana's full of shit most of the time. Like, there's always some sort of like bullshit FUD going on in the back scene. Something to go ahead and cause a token not to pump when it's supposed to. So Jenner was supposed to go ahead and pump. Obviously not financial advice, but I do think this could be the buy and dip opportunity. It's probably going to go ahead and consolidate here for a while before it does anything major, but this is essentially the bottom. And we were looking at the point of controls right here, and as you can see, this thing's going to have a massive reversal too. It could probably consolidate here for a while, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe only a few days before it has a massive breakout, but it is going to break out to the upside. So I do think Jenner is going to be over 150 million plus market cap. So that's why I'm not too worried with what we're seeing right now. I do think we are entering some sort of altcoin, meme coin season. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today. But before we do go ahead and do that, let's go ahead and look into the charts on Bitcoin, because I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't looked at Bitcoin for the last 4 days. I've been super busy, and as well, I haven't given the chance to go ahead and take a look at the charts. I mean, the market hasn't really been doing anything crazy. We had Memorial Day on Monday, which is pretty big in the U.S. So the U.S. market wasn't open. The stock market was closed. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. I still work, though. I still had to work on Memorial Day, so it didn't make any difference for me. But, the market didn't really do much. So with that being said, it looks like Bitcoin right now is holding pretty well at around the zone at around the $67,000 range. We could go as low as 66,000. The point of control, which acts as a resistance, is right now at around the 64,865. So don't be surprised if we do see some sort of shakeout on Bitcoin, where we see it come down to the point of control, and then we see a massive reversal where we just break out and we hit that $85,000 Bitcoin. So some very exciting moments ahead, guys. It's already May, I believe. It might be May, it might be June. We made a video calling out Sahil, and Soulja Boy was one of the coins Sahil promoted. Anything he touched, rugs. Yeah, 100%, bro. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and look into that. But Bitcoin looks pretty bullish in my eyes. I know something happened today with Trump. I guess he got something with Stormy. I don't know what he was doing with her, if he was having some fun with her on the side. I don't know, and I really don't care, but I'm sure that's what we're seeing right now in crypto news, right? But anyways, a massive cup and handle pattern on Bitcoin. It hasn't changed, as we talked about in the past. I think in the last couple of days, I don't remember if we did talk about this, but if we didn't, I do see a massive cup and handle pattern on Bitcoin, and our next price target, it's at $85,000. So we're actually not that far away. We're about a 31% move from Bitcoin for Bitcoin to go ahead and do that. Right now, we do need to go ahead and break above 69,000, hold above it, and we will be seeing some sort of upside momentum. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY. The DXY has definitely been acting as we have been expecting. We were talking about the DXY back over here. This is how long I haven't actually streamed for. And I did identify this massive head and shoulders pattern, as we see this downside is definitely showing some weakness in the market structure. So as long as we do go ahead and continue to fall below it, hopefully we could go ahead and lose support where we're at right now. There could be a possibility that the DXY could be reversing here, which is not going to be too good for Bitcoin. So that would make sense if Bitcoin to go ahead and have that slight little correction down to this zone where we talked about, down to, where is it at? I'm looking at the wrong chart. Down to around $65,000. So there could be a possible move down to the downside based on the DXY. But we'll see if the DXY reverses. If the DXY does, break out of 105,245, then we are definitely going to go ahead and see some shakeout in the markets. But I do expect a lot of these meme tokens and altcoins now to start taking a little bit of a lead, and we've actually been seeing that these last couple of days with Pepe reaching new all-time highs, and a lot of these other tokens, such as, what is that token, man? I literally have the Brett is about to hit 1 billion in market cap. So we're gonna go ahead and see where things head towards. But I definitely do see some sort of altcoin, meme coin season. We're going to go ahead and look into the charts on those. So right now, market on Bitcoin is looking a little bit more neutral. Obviously, we had that run up recently. It didn't really do much with the meme tokens. It actually dumped more. And I feel with this whole entire news with the gender tokens, on these celebrity tokens, it has really been shaking out the market. So we do see the US 100. It did actually take a little beating today. So we have been seeing the last 2 days in the red ever since we had the long day weekend in the stock market. So right now we are looking at this area of support. We're going to go ahead and see where this bottom is found for the US 100. But as always, chat, the market can't continue to go up forever. So I know typically these red days, these 1 or 2 red days, definitely it does shake out the market, especially more in crypto. When we do go ahead and see that slight correction could take us to 80-90%. And I would be honest with you, the meme tokens have been quite boring. There hasn't really been much activity going on. It seems like all the hype has been going onto Bitcoin, and the meme tokens haven't been showing any love yet. So it looks like we are actually making that pivot, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the memes right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do go ahead and end the week a little bit neutral before we do go ahead and see the NASDAQ finally find its bottom and start reversing back up. So we'll see if this is the bottom. Maybe this is the bottom. I don't think it'll go any lower than this. If we do see it fall lower than this, unless it's a fake out, but we are more than likely going to come down, which is going to be very, very bearish for the market. So it's something we definitely do not want to go ahead and see. So there's a high probability that we could go ahead and see a market reversal by tomorrow, where we probably open the market in red, and then we probably finish, throughout the day on a green. So tomorrow is Friday, dude. Fuck. I thought today was like Monday or Tuesday. I apologize for my language, but that is insane, man. Hey, Steve, how's it going, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Steve. Hope you've been doing well. I'm glad to be back on stream. For some reason today I felt like I was full of energy, and I've been cutting down. I've started to cut down on carbs, which has been amazing. It was terrible in the beginning, but now I feel amazing. And I've only been sleeping about 3-4 hours a day, man. And working some very long hours, waking up early, going to sleep late type of deal. And I didn't even realize this is the end of the week. I guess when you're so busy, you don't even realize what's going on, right? Half the time. But the market's looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and see how the market, turns tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised, as usual, as we say, if the market tomorrow on a Friday ends in a red, do expect some sort of missile attack, some sort of missiles, someone attacking somebody, some bullshit like that to happen. It's typically what always happens during the weekend. So if we do go ahead and see that, do expect some sort of bearish week ahead of us in the next coming week and a half. So in the beginning of June, we're probably going to have a red week if we end in the market red tomorrow. Did I say that correctly? If we end the market red tomorrow, expect some sort of missile attack, some sort of major event news, catalyst, and that would mean that the first week of June will be pretty bearish. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It could be a little bit where, you know, we have half of the week in the beginning of June to be red, and then we see a reversal towards the end. So overall, as I mentioned, if that was to happen, expect some bearishness. If we do go ahead and see if we do finish the market on a green tomorrow, man, I don't think you guys understand where we're at. If we end tomorrow on a green, prepare yourselves for the big pumps that we will be having in the next couple months moving forward now, because we are entering this bull run. You know, we're entering it. This is our signal where a lot of things are going to pump, a lot of the altcoins, a lot of the meme tokens, and I'm excited to go ahead and show you right now the memes. But I don't think a lot of you understand what we're entering right now. Like I said, if we do have a red market tomorrow, worst case scenario is we have a red week for the first week of June, maybe a week and a half, and then we have a full-on reversal where the market just freaking berserks. But I think right now we're seeing that shift into the meme tokens now. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum real quick and see where Ethereum's doing and where it's at. So let's take a look at that. So Ethereum right now also with this double bottom pattern right here, as we see right here, sign of a reversal, cup and handle pattern. So we're going to go ahead and see if did I say Solana? Ethereum holds this area of support. If we do see that, and we have this breakout right here at $4,200, chat, it's going to be freaking amazing. Lowest I really see Ethereum going right now at the moment is about 3,600. So it's not that much that we would go ahead and drop on Ethereum. So I do expect this shift with these meme tokens to be heading more towards Ethereum tokens. I feel like Solana has been taking a lot of the scene this last couple of days, these last couple of weeks. And I do think it is ETH season, chat. Some of you might not want to hear this because you all of you are probably, you know, Solana maxis. But I love Base, and you know how huge I am on Base tokens. So I'm actually excited to finally see Ethereum get some love shown, you know, because Solana has been taking up the space, and it's only been freaking Solana, bro. And I like Solana, but this is the kind of bullshit we have to deal with, where we have celebrity tokens being launched, people scamming each other, like you don't hear that often on Ethereum tokens, man. Like, I'm not saying you don't hear them at all. I'm just saying you don't hear them as often. And this is where, like, this is why we see such volatility in what is it called? In Solana. Yeah, so dominance on Ethereum. Let's see if we can see the monthly. So the monthly is looking really good. I mean, we talked about this massive cup and handle pattern right here on Ethereum, and this is what I'm telling you. A lot of you have no clue of what you're getting yourself into right now in the market. Like, if you're not loading up on Pepe, you're not loading up on these major Ethereum ERC20 tokens base, you're gonna miss out on a lot of freaking money. Because Solana, yeah, you can make a lot of money, chat, but Solana is always those pump and dumps. You either enter your trade, you get in, you get out. Some of them are going to be longer hold plays unless you know the team, such as Anonymous, you know, Dabmaster's token, or if you understand the narrative of the tokens, they might be worth holding on to. But Solana just plays too much games, man. So that's why with Solana, I like Solana for trading, for swing trading, and capturing that. I think Solana is a very fun blockchain to be interacting with, but I think the real money's on Ethereum in my opinion. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe it is Solana. Maybe I'm just trash at Solana, but I'm more excited for Ethereum. Like, Ethereum is going to have that nice swing in the next coming weeks, and as we see right here in the monthly, Ethereum's about to go ahead and break out. So we're going to go ahead and see if Ethereum could go ahead and break out of this bull flag pattern. And if we do go ahead and have that breakout, chat, this is going to be Ethereum making new all-time high, which means altcoin slash meme coin season. So I do expect more dominance in Ethereum compared to Solana. I've never done an ETH slash Solana chart. See what that looks like. I'd definitely be interested in what that looks like. So we could do a Solana slash Ethereum. Let's see what this looks like. So it's clear that freaking Solana's dominance there. You know, so I think Solana is going to be a huge blockchain this season. I think a lot of people are underestimating it. I hate Solana, but for that reason, this is the reason why I'm loading up on Solana projects, because I think a lot of people are underestimating Solana for sure. Solana is going to be over $1,000 this bull run, in my opinion. Not financial advice, by the way. But I don't like Solana, but unfortunately, Solana is going to be the blockchain, the degenerate blockchain this season, and that's what people are going to pivot to, and that's what people are going to prefer. So that's enough with the charts right there that we have going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at crypto bubbles right now. We see right now on the market, on the hourly, a little bit more on the red. On the daily, we don't see much action going on, and on the weekly, same thing. So no FOMO. This might be the last chance for a lot of you to continue to load up on these dips before we have this major breakout to the upside. And Robert F. Kennedy on Trump's guilty verdict on pro-crypto stance. Let's see what he says. Thoughts on Trump's new pro-crypto stance? I'm happy about that. I think it's a good thing for our country. Commitment is a crypto and is a commitment to freedom and transparency. I can't read right now. I'm not going to sit here and read it. But biggest issues facing crypto regulation. What does the future hold for crypto fans, and what inspired him to run for president? Let's look into the regulation. I think transactional freedom is one. We need sovereignty over our own wallets, transactional freedom, and a currency that is transparent. It's definitely not the US dollar. Let's see what we see. Trump token sinks after former U.S. president is found guilty in New York. It's so crazy how, like, just because this happened, like, dude, you can't make this shit up, man. This is why I'm going to start loading up on a lot of these political tokens. I was actually having a conversation with Dabmaster about this. And look at this. I mean, you can't make this shit up, really. I mean, Trump token sinks after former U.S. president is found guilty in New York. Trump dropped over 35%, while Joe Biden surged 20% in the aftermath. So, look, these tokens are going to be the move this season. So, I think we should start loading up on it, not financial advice. But I haven't, and this is the reason why I'm looking at Solana, guys. I hate Solana, but I do think a lot of these Solana political tokens are going to do very, very well leading into the presidential selection. So that is just something to go ahead and keep in mind. As I mentioned, I'm just here to follow the money, man. I don't care what token we're buying, which token is going to be the bullish one. I'm not here to, choose one blockchain over the other. Obviously, my preference is base. But if Solana is going to be the move, we're going to go ahead and choose Solana, right? I don't care. So one token I've been looking at is going to be a gem right here for all of you. We're looking at Gary Gensler, which is on Solana. Ticker symbol, not ticker symbol. Contract address ending in J6J8. As we see right now, this is also getting ready for a major cup and handle pattern on the daily. So a lot of these tokens are giving us like perfect setups, obviously it might not just run up exactly the moment we think, maybe since it consolidates before we have the breakouts. But right now, we don't see that much volume on Gary Gensler, and it probably looks better on Dex Screener because Dex Tools is not updated. But let me go ahead and show you the chart actually on Dex Screener. I just realized how freaking tired I am. That's why I can't speak right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dex Screener real quick. It's already 10, man. Gotta get to bed. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. I can't even speak, man. I'm like literally right now, my vision, it's like double vision. I almost see like quadruple vision. Like I can't see, like I'm seeing like double everything right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Goonsler right here. Shout out to Dab. He actually recommended me this token. He said he's a financial advisor and to buy and to believe him. So I was like, I'll take your word, bro. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks like you can go ahead and make your own memes right here. You just upload an image and then do it there. But one of the main reasons why I was extremely bullish on Gary Goonsler is that they have all these tokens right here that are related to this whole entire political token. Dude, I can't speak right now, but you know what I mean. And also, congratulations to Dabmaster. They're actually going to be listing Anonymous here very soon, right? So we're going to go ahead and walk through Anonymous as well, which video coming soon on that. But I really do think that this political thing is going to be a lot bigger than what a lot of people think. A lot of these tokens right now are at a discount, in my opinion. We could probably have a lot of these tokens pumping leading into the election, or they might be pumping after the election. We don't know. I'm betting that it's going to be leading onto the election. I don't think many people have caught on to it just yet, but I'm sure there's probably some people just like us thinking right now, looking for the next play. And even though some of these tokens right here are already in kind of like crazy market caps, for example, Joe Biden's already kind of a higher market cap, in my opinion. I mean, it's over 140 something million market cap. I think it might be 142 million. So let's go ahead and look at that real quick. Oh, dude, my vision is so terrible right now. I like literally got to squint so I could go ahead and not see double. Let's go ahead and type in the smart contract right here on Dex Screener. It's like I was full of energy and I'm just feeling like all my tiredness just like kicking hard, man. 198 million market cap. So one thing that stood out to me the most about this token. See, the thing is, when there's tokens that are like a 200 million market cap, I know they might not be as attractive and sexy because they're not like, oh, 100 million X. But in reality, chat, these are the safer alternatives. Like, you might be looking at this and you're like, I missed out. But look, hear me out. When you're trading tokens with this kind of liquidity, with this kind of market cap, this is a safe token. You don't have to worry about too much and too many major pump and dumps, influencers calling this, actually having impact into the market. I'm assuming probably most of the whales are probably out of this, and I'm sure they're going to re-enter. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this thing's going to be in this consolidation zone for a while, and I know, this all-time high is not that attractive, a 3x. Wow, not that attractive. But what I wanted to go ahead and show you is if we actually head over to Dex Tools and we go ahead and get the contract from Bowden, I want to show you something that I found very interesting and the reason why I'm bullish on Bowden, right? Because at first I thought it was already, I'm like, I think I'm too late, man. I wish I would have gotten into this earlier. But check this out. The circulating supply is at 690 million total supply. And our total market cap right now at the moment, let's just say roughly, it's at 200 million. So we're not that far away from being a full supply, meaning once we break through that supply, this token is just going to continue to go up in value. And as you see, its all-time high was at 758 million market cap. So our next target, like no hype at all, chat, and this could be leading into the election. This could be, I don't know, but I do think this is going to be happening a lot sooner than what we expect. But my price target for this market cap is going to be over 1 billion market cap. And this thing could probably even hit 4 billion. And this is not too crazy. Oh, it's a 7 or 8x. Not too crazy. Nothing too impressive. But it is a safer alternative. So for all of you that are very busy, that can't look at the charts 24/7, you guys are playing the Solana game very wrong. You have to enter in. You have to make your money. And you have to enter out. If you're trying to go ahead and make some money, like as of in the next coming days, weeks, Solana tokens, you just have to go ahead and pump and dump. That's it. You literally enter a trade, you sell, and that's it. Now, if you're more of where you're like, you know what, I don't want to be swing trading Solana tokens. Like, for example, for me, swing trading Solana tokens is too much freaking work, bro. You flip for a 1x, you flip for a 2x, you rinse and repeat, you lose your money in between, you break even, and then you're back up in your bag, and it's just a rinse and repeat. It's too much work, it's exhausting, and you have to be very precise, and you have to literally just sit on your chart. So unless you're willing to do that, and that excites you, and you're moving big money, then keep on doing that if that works for you. For me personally, right now, especially with my schedule, now that it has shift, I've been extremely busy, and I don't have the time to go ahead and sit there and look at these charts every freaking minute and chart it, because the moment I look away, man, the chart's dumping. And that's the reality with these Solana tokens. If you're going to trade them, you have to be glued to your charts, man. You can't just go ahead and walk away, go to sleep, and then expect the token to be up at 20x. It's a hit or miss, but for more than likely Solana tokens, man, you just want to make your money in and you're out, unless you believe in the community. And like, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about that today, but like, for example, Joe Biden, yes, an 8x is not that attractive in the meme coin space, because 20x is a norm in here. I think our expectations have gone a little bit higher, but man, let's put ourselves into perspective for a moment, right? Tell me, what other kind of business or industry can you go ahead and get a 20x out of your investment? None. Without having to pay overhead, all this BS, employees, do all this, man. All you got to do is just hold, and that's it, right? So, for example, if like me, I would rather just go ahead and load up dollar cost average on Joe Biden. I know the presidential election's coming up. Good little play. You could comfortably put a couple grand into this and not have to panic on where the token's going, right? Because it's already at a high market cap, high liquidity, which means there's typically not as much manipulation as to these smaller cap tokens. Now, what I also wanted to go ahead and show you is, can I go back to this? I can't. Okay. Oh, there you go. See, I can't even think right now. So another token that I wanted to show you is Hunter Biden. We have Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi at 149,000 market cap, and then Gary Gensler itself at 264. So you obviously see a few right here that are undervalued, in my opinion. I do think a lot of these tokens are going to go ahead and run up all together. If not all together, one by one. After one runs up, the other one runs up. But let's also go ahead and take a look at Donald Trump, or Donald Trump, whatever the frick it's called. And let's go ahead and take a look at Nancy Pelosi real quick, okay? Damn, my freaking nose is itchy, man. So he saved Joe Biden right there. So we talked about the supply on that. That's what I like, the supply. Now for Nancy Pelosi, we do see that their supply will just cap it at 1 billion. And it's almost a very similar chart. I mean, this obviously looks more of a pump and dump than the Joe Biden. And this is what I'm talking about. Even with this, though, like, we could go ahead and safely assume that this is the bottom for Nancy Pelosi. I don't think it's going to go any lower than that. Maybe if it does, it goes down to like 50K market cap. But I do think a lot of people will be buying the dip at those stages. So, this one, undervalued as well. So I'm going to go ahead and check mark that, because I'm going to be adding to these bags very, very soon. As soon as I get paid, I'm definitely going to add to these freaking bags, because I wouldn't mind just loading up on these. I mean, it's facts that Solana is going to do good, man. Whether you want to agree with me or not, it's just facts that Solana is going to do good. And as I mentioned, I don't like Solana, but we got to do what we got to do to make some money, right? And we'll talk about Base right now too, because Base is looking freaking amazing, bro. Base has been freaking printing. But, see, I wish I would have jumped into this earlier and I found out about this earlier. But Donald Trump is at 117 million market cap. And hear me out on this. Their circulating supply, it's at 99.9 million. So this thing's also going to just continue to go up in value. This one has more of a big community, as you see, bigger holder count, volumes at $9 million into 24 hours, especially probably with the news that just happened. So Donald Trump, man, I think this thing's probably going to be worth over $10 easily. So we're looking at over a 9 to a 20x still. And where I'm kind of comparing this is where Make America Great Again for ERC20 on Trump. I think their token I think its all-time high was about 10-20 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. It's this one right here. Oh no, that's it's, I think it's this one right here. There you go. So their circulating supply was 46.50 million. Their market cap currently right now is at 632 million. So this thing's going to continue to run up. This thing's probably going to hit 40 to 50 bucks. As crazy as it sounds. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, man, this is only about a 2x. This is about only a 2x away from the one on ETH hitting $40. You know, a 2x is not impressive, but I think people are going to get shocked by that number value. I think people see, the thing is that most people, when they look at this, they don't look at percentages. They don't even understand what circulating supply is, how it works, or what market cap is, right? So there's a reason why a lot of people don't tend to see the value in a lot of these tokens, but this one's going to go up to over $30 in my opinion. $30, especially leading onto the U.S. election, maybe hit $100, man. I wouldn't be surprised. This could definitely be over $1 billion plus token. Now, for me, I feel like I kind of missed out. I was talking about this literally back in like December, back over here, and I completely forgot to load up on this. But I was telling all of you at 10 cents, hey, we should consider loading up on Trump because of the U.S. selection this year is going to be very, very big, especially in the U.S. You know, people in the U.S. take the presidential selection very, very freaking serious. You know, people go crazy about who's going to freaking win when at the end of the day, they're all going to do the same shit. But hey, man, I'm here to make money. So whoever's the person that's going to make us the most money, let's go for them. Yeah, a lot of you might not like that. But anyways, as I mentioned, I really don't care. Regardless of the fact, I think the economy is shit, and it's going to go to shit regardless of who's in office. People could go ahead and argue that, but there's nothing that could happen to what we're currently experiencing right now in the market. I mean, there's only two solutions that we have right here. One of the solutions is if you really want to fix inflation, we have to go ahead and see the debt bubble pop, which would mean a freaking economical crash, worse than the 08 crash. That would be the reset of the market. That'd be the only way to fix the problem that we got into these last 3 to 4 years since the scandemic that happened. That's the only way to do it. And it doesn't matter who's in office. The second way to fix this BS would be to continue to inflate more money, which whoever gets chosen is also going to do that. But what we could go ahead and cheer on, and this is what I'm excited for, Trump did say that he wants to push for a weaker dollar. And a weaker dollar means more easy money being printed into the market that then flows into the stock market, then flows into crypto, which then means pump, which then also means higher inflation. So we're screwed either way. But regardless of the fact, like, you know, Trump's being open and honest about what he's trying to do with the dollar. He wants a weaker dollar. A weaker dollar pushes a higher market. Obviously, it's not good for us long term, but it's going to be good for us short term in the market, right? So, you know, it is looking pretty good. So I think this is going to be very, very huge in the next coming months. So start preparing yourselves. Whatever token you feel more related to, I really don't care. As I said, I'm just here to make money. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my money into diversify myself into all of these. Probably not the one on ETH too much, but I'm mostly looking to go ahead and add into this bag right here with the Gary Gensler. And as I mentioned, Anonymous, which is a Debmaster's token, is also going to be getting listed here in the next coming days. Hopefully that wasn't like supposed to be private information because I just freaking just Just told everybody, man. But yeah, so we're gonna be seeing that very soon. Another one too was the Hunter Bowden laptop. I think right now what we're seeing right now, and this is what's more exciting, right? It seems like people are now like speaking up through crypto, and I think that's what's really cool. And this is where I think a lot of the normies or exit liquidity are going to start coming. So we need exit liquidity for us to make this money, chat. So there's a reason why I'm telling you, like, you have to consider not jumping into these projects, but start loading up on the projects that you believe in, whether they're the ones I'm talking about right now. But I'm just putting it into perspective because a lot of people are not looking at it this way, and a lot of people will jump in. And as I'm telling you, a lot of people take this this serious, especially this year, especially here in the U.S. This is very, very big for a lot of people. So, and what that means is that there's going to be a lot of emotions in place. And if you could go ahead and front run a lot of these people and, take advantage as the news continue to run up. I mean, a lot of these tokens are going to do this. A lot of these tokens are going to do this. And you don't want to be the person when they start finding out about this project, buying at this top as all the projects start to pump. You want to be the person selling your bag at these ranges right here, So this is the reason why I'm telling you, it might not run up today, it might not run up tomorrow, but I do think it's going to be running up leading into the presidential selection. And as you saw right now with what's going on with Trump, I don't even know what's going on, so I don't really want to speak onto it, but whatever BS just happened, you saw that it literally, because it affected Trump, the token went down. Like, I know it sounds silly, but that's really where things are at right now. And then Bowden token went up, you know what I mean? It went up like 20%. So you got to keep this in mind. I think right now this is a lot of alpha. So I hope a lot of you don't freaking buy these bags like crazy and leave some for me, because I definitely want to load up on some of these. But as I mentioned, a lot of these are low risk in my opinion. These are low risk at this point because a lot of this is going to run up, and as I mentioned, Solana in general is going to run up. I don't like Solana. I hate Solana, but I'm already considering of loading up my bags on Solana because I know Solana is going to be the winner of this bull run. It's really underestimated right now. People don't see the potential in Solana. I think a lot of the ETH maxis are really underestimating the potential of Solana. But I think it's also going to Solana's going to take us by surprise as well. It's going to surprise us more than what people expect. So this is where I expect Solana to run up like crazy. And by that time, that's kind of the reason why I'm telling you. My shift right now is Solana, even though I hate Solana, because Solana is what's going to be the big blockchain this season. I don't think it's going to be any other blockchain. I know we talked about Base, but hear me out on this. I think what's going to happen is that Solana is going to go like crazy. There's going to be a huge network congestion where it's not going to be able to take it up, and we're going to have the same issue that we had the last couple months, but worse. And then that's when that transition is going to go over onto, dude, my freaking back's itchy. That's when the transition is going to go onto Base and other blockchains such as Ton and all these other blockchains, Avalanche. So we want to kind of front run a lot of these positions so that way we make this money, and then we pivot that money into these blockchains that are not as degenerate in the way that most of these projects are just scams, unfortunately. But as I said, there's two ways to make money in Solana. You either swing trade these positions as soon as you're up 50%, you exit your position and you're done, or you take whatever percentage you want and you're done, you never look back, or you swing trade them and you really get connected to the community where you know the dev and you know they have the good intentions and they're actually pushing the work, and you actually push it as a community. Usually those are rewarded the most, but that takes a lot of energy, and the chances of you coming across a decent community in Solana, it doesn't happen in the next couple days. It usually happens over 2 to 3 months when you start to realize if the token is still relevant or not. So essentially, you're always going to lose money on Solana in the first couple minutes to the first couple days. So you're always going to be losing. And the fact is that you don't know if any of these tokens are going. I'm just telling you, new tokens. You don't know if a lot of these new tokens are still going to be relevant. So your best bet is going back to tokens that have some history, have had some success, some prior success, And then now that all the Jeets and all the whales are out, you start front running them before the event happens. So this is the reason why I'm looking at these political tokens, because not that many people are thinking right now. But as soon as more political tokens start to take off and more normies start entering the market, guess what they're going to be touching first? They're going to be touching the political tokens. And as they're touching them, they're getting excited. They're telling their friends. It's funny. I think it's comical. I think it's a good way to, expose what's going on. Because, like, for example, I know the Hunter Biden's laptop, dude. They have some freaking crazy stuff in there, man. I can't even share my screen on this stream right now because it will definitely get taken down. That's the kind of information, photos, and leaks it has from freaking Hunter fucking Biden, bro. And it's hilarious. And I think this is what's pretty cool about this bull run. It's that you're seeing this two sides of like whoever chooses which side. It's being supported through crypto, bro. It's pretty funny. It's comical. Like, you can't make any of this shit up. So I think it's gonna be a fun season, man. It's gonna be a freaking fun bull run. But overall, as I mentioned, we don't want to get freaking caught off guard where, we kind of ignore all of this. We see these tokens run up and then we miss out on this, right? So as I mentioned, Solana / BTC chart is giving us straight clear signs that Solana is going to be the winner this season. And then we go ahead and make that shift into base. So let's talk about base now, because as I said, really the only reason why I'm bullish on Solana right now is because of the dominance, and then the political tokens. I'm just assuming that it's gonna do like buy the rumor, sell the news type of stuff. So just be very, very careful. But I think that's what's gonna happen. Hey, Cali, good. How you doing, bro? Hit that like button, yeah, man. If you hit that drop down prices, there are 51 PolitiFly coin listed. Damn, dude, that's a lot. I didn't know that. How do I check that? Let's see. Yeah, it's freaking crazy because I was talking to Dabmaster about this, and he was telling me this, and I was like, bro, like I definitely agree with you. Like, I think these political tokens are going to be freaking huge. Like, these things are going to be freaking huge. Like, people are underestimating this. What is are these all the tokens? Oh shit, dude. So this is just the political tokens alone, man. Oh, look, Anonymous is there. Congratulations to freaking Dabmaster, dude. Yeah, so up over 53% on today's charts. It's freaking cool, dude. Yeah, I was literally telling Dabmaster yesterday, dude. I was like, dude, I hope your token drops to 50K because I really want to buy the dip. And it looks like it's not going to happen, man. It looks like it's not going to freaking happen. I'm getting like terrible allergies, guys. Hold on, let me just take some medicine real quick. That's why I'm like itching myself. It's almost like I'm freaking tweaking out, man. I started getting like super itchy, but look at all these freaking tokens right here. So I didn't even know that. So look, so I didn't even know any of this shit. So like now that I look, Biden versus Trump, like, this is hilarious, man. Like, you can't make this thing up. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about the political world, so I don't really know that many. I don't know this many people. Like, I know a few. Fucks knows. Bro, you can't make this shit up. This is comical. This is funny. Like, see, I'm not in the political world like that, so I really don't know a lot of these people. I know a few, but I don't know any of these people, so I really don't know what kind of relation this has. But see, coming from a person that doesn't know shit about this and like learning it through memes, it's like the freaking smartest thing ever, man. Think about it. Like this is the whole entire thing about crypto and the memes, you know what I mean? It's like shit, I wouldn't care about the political world zero about it because I know it's all bullshit. But when it's memes, bro, I want to know about it. Like, this makes me want to know more about it, you know? So, I don't know, dude. I just probably don't have any interest in it. And when I don't have interest in shit I don't like, I don't care. But this alone is fascinating. Like, I don't care about what anybody thinks at the moment. I mean, this is clear if you go ahead and see how much total volume it has with all these tokens. And it has over 11 million plus. So it's clear that there's obviously people in there that are kind of betting that some of these tokens are going to be movers. Now, I'm not telling you all of these tokens are going to be movers. It's definitely not the case. I do think that a lot of those tokens that are more memeable are going to be the ones, and the ones with the strongest communities. This is where having a stronger community is going to be very, very important. So you have to be very, very active in that and take a look at that. See, I don't do any of that shit, to be honest. I just go based on charts and what I think is going to do well, and then, you know, hop on TG, look at their Twitter real quick and kind of see things. But I think CNN fake news is going to be a very good one too. See, I didn't even know this one. You just got to kind of like think, like, you got to put yourself, like, so when it comes to a lot of these tokens, guys, you want to go ahead and sit back and think like a normie. Like, if you were a normie, what would you buy? How would you think? What would you do? And when you start putting yourself into that perspective, into a perspective of a newbie, of a normie, that's how you're going to be able to hit these plays a lot more than most people. This is the reason why I told you with AMC, before it even pumped, I told a lot of you, hey, I'm waiting to get freaking paid so I can add to a bag on AMC, because I have a feeling that it's going to pump this bull run, and it's going to pump following alongside with the AMC and GME on the stock market. And guess what happened? That's exactly what freaking happened, bro. And I was so pissed because a week before I told you guys that shit happened. I didn't expect it to happen that quick, right? And what I'm trying to tell you is that you just got to think like a normie sometimes. It's not as difficult as what people make it seem. So I knew since the beginning of how big this whole entire political bullshit is going to be in the next couple months. And the way that's going to be very, very fun is through freaking memes. I know it sounds ridiculous. Some super degenerate stuff. But trust me, when these normies start jumping in, they're going to feel more connected to these political party tokens. You know, it is what it is. And as I mentioned, I'm here to make money. So I'm freaking throwing my money at whichever one I think is more memeable and whichever one's going to make me money. And then I'm going to sell. And we're going to sell onto the normies, dude. The whole point is to use them as exit liquidity, right? But in order to make money that way, you need to kind of be able to look for these opportunities before they start taking off. Because there's a reason why a lot of you get wrecked, because a lot of you are already trading it or jumping in when the hype's already going on. And the thing is, you have to be willing to take the risk before it pumps. You know, like for example, now going on to base, and I'll start reading the comments right now. I've been bullish on Andy on base, and I've been loading up my freaking bag, bro. I've been loading up my bag on Andy on base since back over here. Literally since back over here. Diamond hands, bro. Didn't care, never sold. I have still been holding. I've been still freaking holding, dude. I've been still holding. Why? Because I understand this narrative. So I don't have to be in 60 different meme coins to make money. This is where a lot of people get wrecked. A lot of people are like, have like 60 altcoins with meme tokens and can't keep track to them. See, I don't do that. I've been in this market for a few years, and I've been trading these markets for a while now. And I don't do that because I learned that's how you get wrecked. So what I would suggest all of you, obviously not financial advice, this is just a talk, friend to friend, right? Just stick to 5 tokens, man. Keep it simple. Stick to 10. Stick to 20. Manage them every day. Look at them. Understand what's going on with them. See, for me personally, 1, I don't have the time to do that. 2, I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to be managing 20, 30 tokens. I don't. It's too much information. I'd rather just look at 5, 10 plays. Keep it very simple. Political tokens, buy. Solana is going to go up, buy. Base is going to be the next hit, buy. And it's that simple. But a lot of people are trying to capitalize on everything. You're not going to be able to. You know what I mean? You're going to be running all over the place, that you're going to be too busy trying to chase every freaking pump. And because you're so busy and distracted trying to chase every pump, you're going to miss out on what's in front of you. So that's why for me personally, as I'm telling you, talk from a friend talk, is just stick to what you believe in, bro. It's that freaking simple. If you believe in Solana memes, kill it. Be the freaking best Solana meme coin trader. If you're gonna be a freaking the best leverage trader, be the best freaking leverage trader, bro. If you're gonna go ahead and focus on base, be the best freaking person on identifying these plays on base. It's that simple. The thing is that people get so distracted with the next shiny object that we're seeing every freaking day on freaking Twitter, especially on Solana, that everybody's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. But little do you know, 99.9% of these people are freaking scammers, bro. Like, that's what this space is all about, man. A lot of these people, a lot of these influencers are freaking dumping their bags on you. They're making you think that they're making all this money. Yeah, they're making that freaking money because you're freaking buying and you're their exit liquidity. So this is the reason why a lot of you get ranked on these freaking Solana plays, or a lot of these influencer plays, because you're just jumping essentially into these pump and dumps. And unless you're like not too greedy and you take profits and you exit and you swing trade, you're going to be killing it. But if you're not, which is most people that I know, just hold on to the freaking project. And some projects are not worth holding on to. And as I mentioned, typically to identify if the project was worth holding on to, you have to wait 2 to 3 months. Taking the risk early on does pay off. For example, with Andy, dude, I'm decent up in my position that I don't have to worry about this dumping. Like, literally every dump that it has happened, I've loaded up into. Now, and the reason why I'm telling you about Andy, and I'm now making this transition about what we're talking about, is you're going to see in the next coming days or weeks the bag I'm going to turn into with Andy and all the base tokens. I told all of you, I started off my bag with $400 currently right now, and I have added into it. I'm a little bit over 2 to 3 grand, I think. And you're going to see that wallet go into $20,000 plus in the next coming weeks. And that's going to be just basically mostly just on base. And that's going to be just due to the fact that I stuck to a narrative. I watched it every day. I understood it. And I liked it. And I don't care what other tokens pumping. Like I said, on Solana right now at the moment, I only have a few. Anonymous, I'm holding on to. I'm holding on to Crody, which it's obviously it was a clear pump and dump, and it's being manipulated, but I think it's going to do very well. And then a Jenner. I think Jenner's also going to do very well, but right now just playing the shenanigans to liquidate everybody out of their positions to buy the dip. So if you can handle those 50-80% dumps and you can handle dollar cost averaging, man, then I wouldn't recommend dabbling into the meme tokens, because a lot of people just think it's just dollar cost average and you're going to win. And it is the case, but only if you do it on certain projects. Kind of like what I'm doing with Base. With Base, I have 2 solid projects I really believe in, Andy and Benny. And I know a lot of you have probably not been liking Benny so much and Andy because it hasn't been doing much. But you're going to see in the next coming days or weeks, as we see this shift from Ethereum dominance now going from Solana to ETH. And you're going to see that dominance. And a lot of you, because you didn't make that transition when I told a lot of you to do it, to learn Base, understand Base, in the next coming weeks, when you start seeing all this money being made on Base, you're going to freaking regret it. And I'm going to be like, I told you so. And hopefully that's a lesson learned, where you get to see that sometimes it's just keeping it very simple and just thinking ahead of the game. Because a lot of people start jumping in as it's already up. They don't like buying the red. And with Andy on Base, I think this thing's going to go over 80 million plus market cap. So this play alone on Andy should generate me over at least over 10 grand plus, 20 grand, sorry, once we see this little run up. And I'm expecting to 10x, and I expect more than that, right? So that's what we're going to be seeing. I mean, it's clear we're seeing a lot of these Base memes now pumping. We see KeyCat at 50, Ski going up 38%. Bowden was playing games with me, but we're seeing a few of these base tokens actually doing kind of well. Normies, pretty much got exploited, dumped 99%. We talked about Brit. I have a small little bag on Brit. I'm actually providing liquidity on Andy on base right now, dude, and it's been paying really, really freaking well. So I'm excited for that with having a liquidity open for this, essentially being a market maker, so making money on fees. So that's going to be exciting, but yeah, just keep it very simple. We're going to see this shift going to Ethereum very, very strongly. So I do expect a lot of these base tokens to finally start taking off. And now we go ahead and take a look at Andy on Ethereum, which is what I want to show you real quick. You're going to go ahead and see something very, very interesting. And what we're seeing right now too is also, which I'm going to talk about, Brett's about to hit that 1 billion market cap. So we see Andy on ETH right now at 177 million market cap. So this thing's also doing this cup and handle pattern with this double bottom. So this thing's going to go up higher, guys. This thing's going to probably go up to 1 billion market cap. And then Andy on base is also going to go ahead and do the same. Now, the thing is, the difference is that base probably has more holders. I'm not sure if it's actual real holders or it's airdrop wallets. That could probably be the case, that it's just an airdrop. But regardless of the fact, it gives the illusion that it's more sought out after, right? So that's what people usually go to. They go to what looks like it's going to be hot. And I think that's what people are not understanding with Andy on base, is that you might be getting impatient with a lot of these base tokens, but the time's gonna come, and we're seeing it. I mean, look, we haven't seen base pump 50% in the last couple of days, man. Like, we haven't really seen that as many tokens do this well, and it's not even crazy. It hasn't even started yet. So just wait until it has this breakout. I mean, look at this. Look at this chart with Andy on base. And I'm going to pull out the Andy on ETH right now. But it's double bottom, cup and handle. And then this is going to go ahead and be, I'm not sure my price target's still here, but we talked about my price target being the next stop is going to be at 80 million market cap. And its all-time high was at 28 million. So its all-time high was at 28 million, almost 30 million market cap. So we're talking about this next run-up is going to be easily over 80 million plus market cap. And that's where most people are going to be jumping in, because they're going to be seeing the one Andy on ETH do very well. It's probably going to approach over more than half a million. And I mean towards 1 billion market cap. So it might even hit the 1 billion market cap or close to it. I think it might be around 800 million plus market cap is going to be the next target for Andy on ETH is going to be around 300 to 500 million. And people are going to start FOMOing in onto Andy on base. So I think Andy on base is going to pump a lot more, in my opinion. Yeah, man, just hold on to the plays. Yeah, we are so early, man, but with that being said, we are an hour into the stream, and I am going to be heading off to bed, but I appreciate every one of you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you found value in what we talked about, and as I mentioned, just keep it simple. Just hold on to whatever project you believe in, and that's it. Dollar cost average, I would stick to the higher cap market cap tokens if you're going to dollar cost average, and if you're going to swing trade, then do the degenerate plays. But don't do the degenerate plays, don't dollar cost average on the degenerate plays and then be surprised when you get rug pulled, because that's Solana right there. I would suggest waiting a few weeks to a few months. 2 to 3 months is usually ideal, and you could go ahead and see if the project's legit or the team's really working, right? So with that being said, I'll catch all of you probably tomorrow. I'll go ahead and do whatever I can. I'm going to be very, very busy tomorrow. But I'll go ahead and do my best. If not, I'll see you Saturday, all right? So hopefully we have some sort of bullish news tomorrow leading into the weekend. I'd be super excited to talk. But with that being said, take care. Have a great rest of your day. Good morning for all of you watching me from across the world. And good afternoon, good night. I'll catch